I still remember the day I stepped into Allegheny College, Meadville, filled with hope and excitement. Little did I know, it would be a nightmare that would haunt me for semesters to come. As I walked into the campus, I was greeted with a sense of unease. The Wi-Fi, which is the lifeblood of any college student, was non-existent. I mean, what kind of college doesn't have working Wi-Fi? It's like they were stuck in the dark ages. I swear, I've seen better Wi-Fi connections at my grandma's house in rural Siberia. But I thought to myself, maybe it's just a small glitch. Maybe they're working on it. Oh, how naive I was. The semesters went by, and the Wi-Fi remained as elusive as a unicorn's horn. It was like they had given up on us, leaving us to suffer through tedious hours of buffering and disconnections. And don't even get me started on the promises they made. Before the semester began, they promised to fix the Wi-Fi. Then, before the semester ended, they promised to fix it again. But like a politician's promise, it was all just hot air. They took our money, full fees, regardless of the subpar service they provided. It was like they were laughing all the way to the bank, while we were left struggling to submit our assignments on time. But I digress. The Wi-Fi was just the tip of the iceberg. The real tragedy was the lack of accountability. It was like they didn't care about our experience, our education, or our well-being. They were too busy padding their pockets with our tuition fees to bother with the small things, like providing a decent education. I remember Scott Lambert's words, "This sucks, bro." Oh, how I wish I could have said that to the administration's face. But alas, they were too busy hiding behind their bureaucratic red tape to listen to our concerns. And then there were the broken promises. George Nahay's review summed it up perfectly, promised to fix it before the semester began, then before semester ended. None of these promises were fulfilled. It was like they took pleasure in watching us suffer, like a sadistic game of cat and mouse. But what really takes the cake is the way they treated us like cattle, herding us in, taking our money, and giving us subpar service in return. I mean, who does that? It's like they thought we were stupid, that we wouldn't notice the lack of effort they put into providing a decent education. Forrest Chima's review still resonates with me. College, didn't he have working Wi-Fi for a whole semester? Promised to fix it before the semester began, then before semester ended. None of these promises were fulfilled, and the best part is they made us pay full fees regardless. It's like they were mocking us, laughing at our misfortune. As I look back on those tumultuous semesters, I am left with a sense of sadness, of disappointment. It's like I was sold a dream of a quality education, but what I got was a nightmare. I ask you, dear listeners, don't you think it's time we hold these institutions accountable? Don't you think it's time we stand up for ourselves, for our education, and for our right to be treated with dignity? So the next time you're considering Allegheny College, Meadville, remember, you've been warned. Remember, they don't care about you, they only care about your money. And to the administration, I say, shame on you. Shame on you for treating us like dirt, for taking our money, and for providing subpar service. Shame on you for ruining our college experience. As I close this chapter of my life, I am left with a sense of nostalgia, a sense of what could have been. But I'll tell you one thing, I'll never forget the lessons I learned.
So I was looking into scams near Allegheny College, Meadville, you know? Like, why do people have to be so bad? Anyway, businesses here, they can be tricky. Like, take this one, contractors near Allegheny College, Meadville. They take your money and just vanish. Poof. There was this couple running Catenacci Construction, right? They promised to fix your house, take the cash, and then nothing. No work, no refund, just gone. One roofer guy, Joe, did all this work for them, like $16,000 worth right before Christmas. And guess what? They didn't pay him. Can you imagine? Working all that time and getting nothing. I bet those homeowners were so mad too. Like, they probably saved up for repairs, and now they stuck with half-finished houses. And the contractors probably just moved on to scam someone else. So unfair. Then there's this other thing near Allegheny College, Meadville brushing scams. Like, random packages show up at your door, full of cheap junk you didn't order. Sounds fun, right? Free stuff, but no. It's actually sketchy sellers using your address to fake reviews. So now your name is tied to lies, and who knows what else they stole? Tourists here might think, oh, cute little town, but nah, even the mail is sus. Like, what if you're just visiting for 2 weeks, and suddenly your info all over some scammer list? You'd never even know. And I bet the people who got scammed, they probably just felt so helpless. Like, what do you even do? Call the police? Yeah, but will it fix anything? Doubt it. The scammers are probably still out there, doing the same thing to someone else. It's just sad. Why can tea people just be decent?
Opening with a soft, reflective tone in the quaint town of Meadville, home to Allegheny College, one might expect a harmony of small-town charm and urban convenience. However, as we peel back the layers of local commerce, we find a tapestry woven with threads of disappointment and unmet expectations. Let's take a stroll through the business landscape near Allegheny College and uncover the stories that numbers and stars cannot fully convey. With a hint of melancholy, the downtown Mall, once a bustling hub of retail therapy, now stands as a shadow of its former glory. Patrons like Julie, Willie, and Ronnie Counts reminisce about the vibrant past, now replaced by a haunting emptiness and a palpable sense of neglect. It's as if the Mall itself is whispering tales of forgotten prosperity, its echoes bouncing off the vacant storefronts. The promise of a Mall experience is met with the reality of a plaza clutching to the remnants of commerce, where big lots and a dollar store valiantly try to keep the pulse going. Shifting to a more critical tone across the street, the Pampered Palate Cafe Bistro entices with the aroma of coffee and the allure of a cozy meal. Yet behind the counter, chaos brews. Doreen Lowery and Mike P.S. experiences reveal a disheartening pattern of neglect for customer preferences, leaving a bitter taste that not even the sweetest brie can mask. It's a place where orders are lost in translation, and the only thing served promptly is disappointment, wrapped in the guise of a sandwich. Adding a touch of humor to lighten the mood, imagine ordering a smoothie and finding a surprise ingredient, a la Brie McNaughton's metallic encounter. It's like the blender went rogue, deciding that a smoothie needs a little crunch for texture. And let's not forget the gur-flavored air of exclusivity, leaving guests like Dawn Waring feeling both underfed and overcharged. With a knowing chuckle, saffron Indian cuisine attempts to spice up the scene, but alas, the flavor of cardboard seems to be the special of the day. MS and Namita Kurana's culinary adventures ended with a meal that was less saffron and more soggiron. It's a mystery how a kitchen can make chicken pakora resemble shoe leather and forget the most essential companion to a curry, rice. With a shake of the head, the French Creek Coffee and Tea Co., a place that should be a haven for the caffeine-deprived, instead offers a masterclass in how not to run a coffee shop. Dennis John 65's cold brew could rival the chill of a Meadville winter, and the decor seems to be an ode to a bygone era, lost in time like a misplaced sock in a laundry room. With a sigh of resignation, our journey takes us to Voodoo Brewing Company, where the promise of a good time is as fragile as the froth on a poorly poured pint. Here, the food truck that never was and the service that was less than enchanting leave a sour taste, much like an overhopped IPA that forgot it's supposed to be enjoyable. With a soft, protective tone, even the enchantingly named Indigo Boutique Botanica fails to cast a spell of satisfaction. Alyssa Gargas and Laura Ora's experiences remind us that rudeness is the ultimate weed, choking the life out of what could have been a blooming garden of retail therapy. With a wistful smile and finally blissful meads,